Life in Slow Motion by Caitlin Murray. Let's go to Southport, said my best friend John to me on a calm April morning. The small town on the coast of North Carolina was a place we had always talked about venturing to, but never had the chance to visit until now. I needed no convincing. Our adventure began with the car ride from Wilmington into Fort Fisher, viewing the small beach towns of Carolina and Kerr Beach along the way. Colorful, kitschy houses lined the streets as we slowed with the windows down at 25 miles per hour towards the ferry. Once boarded, we headed up to the viewing deck and enjoyed the picturesque sight of the coast and sapphire water as seagulls followed at the ferry's rear. The weather was ideal, sunny and 80 degrees with a slight breeze. After a short 20 minutes, we arrived at our destination, Southport, NC. As everyone departed from the ferry, I had a feeling of relaxation yet excitement, as I was eager to explore the town with John, who I knew would appreciate the experience just as much as I. We cruised through the streets until reaching downtown Southport, where charming shops and restaurants sat on both sides of the road. First stop was the Maritime Museum. Filled with nautical memorabilia and stories from hundreds of years past, the building sat in the heart of downtown, just steps from the coast's edge. In all through the museum, we made our way back outside and saw a few locals fishing on a waterfront pier from afar. Next, we entered an old home used as a visitor center, filled with movie memorabilia from those that were filmed right there in Southport. It's a wonderful thing to know that the town is appreciated by some of the best movie makers, and yet the humble need of the townspeople led me to think they didn't even notice. Back outside, we breathed in the salty air and stared at the beautiful sight of the ocean and boats of all kinds. This place was quickly making an impression on us. The surreal and peaceful environment had us feeling relaxed. We could not believe the quiet and calmness of Southport. Our day continued at a restaurant on the water called Fishy Fishy Cafe, where we enjoyed a light lunch of fried seafood. Sitting there, in the company of my favorite person, I thought that this place could get no better. That is, until we made our way to the quiet streets lined with quaint houses. Not one home was the same, and all had a view of the piercing blue water from their rocking chair or swing. The houses all had beautiful colonial architecture with large windows and details that you just don't see in houses these days. It was clear that life in Southport moved at a slower pace, at which many people never ever experience or come to appreciate in their lifetime. One thing is certain, after this day, my new hope is to live a quiet life in a small coastal town, just like Southport. Whether or not this hope is realistic, I'm not sure, but I'll always keep this place in mind, and maybe one day my dream will become reality.